I'm sure that Miss Allie is shudders just getting in the ring with anything to do with Jimmy Rave. And she's, I'm going to have to be careful getting out of the ring.
And this
right
match
now
has started, but it hasn't. Referee Stan Robinson is in the ring. He's not yet called for the bell. This is already taken off on the floor, and until he gets 2 people in the ring, I don't think he's going to call for the bell. There it goes right there. We've now got a match started, 8-man tag team action. The self-appointed greatest multi-person team in professional wrestling, Jimmy Rave approved, taking on Drew Adler in the ring right now. Ace Rockwell, J-Rod, and Adrian Hawkins outside the ring right now. And Chip Day landing solid boots to Drew Adler in the ring.
Chip Day pounds away now on Adler. What a great showcase here for Drew Adler to be able to be in the ring with these guys who dominate Rampage Pro Wrestling so often.
Out slides Chip Day, but that might have been a mistake right there. Everybody's in position. Well, except of course for the partners of Drew Adler. They were smart enough to know to get out of the way and down like a sack of potatoes, bowling pins, pick your analogy. But they're down.
They went down for sure.
Jimmy Rave approved. Now back in the ring. It's Drew Adler taking over now on Chip Day. Tags in Adrian Hawkins. You know, the self-appointed greatest multi-person team, you know that they've been politicking with the National Wrestling Alliance. They believe that the National Wrestling Alliance should reinstate the 6-man tag team titles. And I know you and I remember some of the classic battles in various promotions with 6-man tag teams, whether it was the Von Erichs against the Freebirds, or move over into the Carolinas, where you had the Andersons taking on special super teams like the Road Warriors and Dusty Rhodes, or teams like the Russians.
The Kolovs and Khrushchev. Certainly. Shoulder tackles there in the
And you know, if there's any place that 6-man tag team championship for the National Wrestling Alliance could be brought back, well, you got to say it's got to be Rampage Pro Wrestling, because
a lot of them here.
We already, on this particular program, we had a 6-man tag, now an 8-man tag in this particular program here. Last time, of course, we saw most of these people involved. We had a sort of difficult situation. Jimmy Rave approved team managed to win the match, albeit with the illegal man getting the pin. And when Dustin Robinson came out to reverse that decision, out came Jimmy Rave. Ended up with Dustin Robinson getting some haircut. Miss Allie injured, as we've seen, and a suspension, near suspension for Jimmy Rave, and a fine by Dr. Gayton and the sheriff, Thunderbolt Patterson.
Doc Gayton was very firm in what he said. If it happened again, Jimmy Rave would be no more. And Thunderbolt Patterson agreed with that, of course. And of course, Jimmy Rave better get himself together and quick, is all I have to say to him.
Posey opened up right there by J-Rod for Hawkins, who just lands solid blows in, now rubbing his face into the mat. Adrian Hawkins, a fan favorite here, but some other promotions not so much, actually. He's been known to rough it up a bit with his opponents.
Hard forearm by the big, tall drink of water. Drew Adler picks him up. When he picks you up, you go high.
Could begin right here, Ben. What an opportunity this is for young Drew Adler to get into this game. Actually, Frankie Valentine, scheduled for this particular match, held up in transit, wasn't able to get back from an appearance he had in Michigan, showing once again that the athletes from Rampage Pro Wrestling go literally all over the United States. When he wasn't able to get back, matchmakers immediately went up and said, let's put Drew Adler into this particular spot, and what a last-minute opportunity for him. Patrick Bentley in, right back out again. Here comes the wrestling machine, Jimmy Rave's personal wrestling machine, Corey Hollis.
And that he is, and now with those shoulder tackles, picks the man up, showing the great power he possesses, drops him down hard.
Now the skill set for the Jimmy Rave approved team is incredible, as is the physical conditioning across the board. I mean, Patrick Bentley, a fitness model, a bodybuilder, that's obvious looking at him. Mike Posey, clearly he spends considerable time in the gym. Former amateur wrestler Corey Hollis, and obviously one of the more powerful men on the team, even with a short stature, and you can't take anything away from Chip Day, a dangerous man, particularly when he gets those feet going.
Absolutely, and speaking of feet, J-Rod on the other side of the ring has his own fancy footwork. Tag is made, and Adrian Hawkins comes in with a high knee. And now working on the man. Referee's calling for a break. Hard blow to Corey Hollis midsection.
Remember I said right there, remember how I said Hawkins not necessarily popular in a lot of places. You see how he had him in the corner, using some of the same tactics we're used to seeing from Jimmy Rave approved to keep the advantage over there. He's not shy about pushing the rules a bit, and you know, when you're not the biggest guy in the ring, that may not be a bad idea at all.
You know, one time Jimmy Rave was shopping to get him in the Jimmy Rave approved group. Caught him with a neck breaker there, swings him around.
Mistake of J-Rod almost to get to his feet at that point. Might have even slid out of the ring.
A lot of fire between these two, Corey Hollis and J-Rod. I've noticed in their matches before. They have something there, some kind of chemistry that certainly they are both eager to outdo the other.
Well, very much so. Dangerous matches, in fact. Well, right there, J-Rod managing to reverse into the ropes, but he's caught, taken over by both, and now they're starting a series of leg drops. Posey used to do this by himself, spelling his name. Not sure what they're spelling now, but it could spell doom for J-Rod. Only a 2 count.
Could have been season's beatings or something like that.
There you go.
And now control move here by Mike Posey. Remind the fans, Sunday, December 18th, the date on your calendar, Rampage Pro Wrestling Holiday Edition, 2 p.m. bell time. Super Sunday, bring the whole family for the holiday event. And, of course, the big coup de grace there, the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, Strap Iron Adam Pearce, the best in the world, will be here.
Next week on TV, Mega Rumble, we're going to determine the entire roster. Everyone you're seeing in this ring is going to be in that match. As everybody you've seen on this television program today, 23 people in that Mega Rumble. Only one man, though, can face the 4-time champ, Adam Pearce. And you know what? We've mentioned it before. He lost 3 times to become a 4-time champion. Maybe he's going to lose the 4th time here at Rampage Pro Wrestling, and we'll see a new champion on the 18th. And if so, fans, you're not going to miss being part of history.
You talk about people like Jeremy Vane and people that are assuming they're going to go in there and just win the thing. Then you think about Michael Judas being in there. How do you get something like that over the top rope or pin him or make him submit?
Rampage fans will remember it wasn't that long ago. The Usual Suspects became NWA World Tag Team Champions. Didn't know that was going to happen till it did, and if you weren't there that night, you missed it. You might have been able to see it on tape, you might have been able to see it on TV, but you weren't able to experience live like the house did that night. You're not going to want to miss this opportunity as Adam Pearce, the Scrap Daddy himself, comes back to Rampage Pro Wrestling.
Snap suplex by Corey Hollis, float over, and Rolero press, and now a front chancery. Has the head and the arm hooked. Rolls him over now, trying to power the man over. Catcher's catch can style of wrestling. Great amateur background from Corey Hollis.
Remember last time Scrap Daddy was here, we, Rampage Pro Wrestling, offered to host a title match. Wasn't one that involved one of our wrestlers. In fact, a young man from the Carolinas, Zach Salvation, went against him in that he had earned that opportunity at a match tied to the Legends Fan Fest. Zach Salvation not successful. Scrap Daddy able to retain the title. This is the first time a Rampage wrestling star has had an opportunity, and I think that's why Doc Gayton wanted to open it up to everybody.
Everyone has an equal opportunity. That's very important.
And he added Michael Judas.
Wow. And there's that back elbow catching him hard. And Hawkins caught the impact of that too. Both men are down. Chip Day is dizzy, I can tell.
Everybody ready for the tag. All of the both sides, hands outstretched. Everyone to get him. But look at Chip Day smartly grabbing the foot of Hawkins, setting him up for Mike Posey, who comes in, drops elbow after elbow after elbow. Posey, predominantly a mat wrestler and an impact wrestler. He's not a what we call a high spot guy. He's not a high flyer. He's the kind of guy that wants to do what he's doing right here, and that is tie his man up and try to make him submit. And that's smart professional wrestling. It reminisces back to people like the Anderson brothers. They beat you up, they tied you up, they either wanted to pin you or submit you. They weren't trying to impress you with how far they could fly and how fancy their drop kick was. Not taking anything away from these athletes. They can do those things,
right?
But they know when to do them.
Absolutely. Mike Posey now controlling the man, trying to, but it's Adrian Hawkins firing back, and Posey cuts him off.
Posey manages to tag in Patrick Bentley.
Used to call this man the human action figure, and for very good reason. Look at the physical definition of this man.
Also Violent Passion, another name that he's used throughout the Southeast. What a tremendous athlete is this young man. Mentioned his bodybuilding, recent fitness competitions where he was a gold medalist, and of course now the entire group are medalists.
Yes, self-medaled.
Well, I guess. They were nice medals though. Posey, different combinations have been appearing all across the Southeast. In fact, Chip Day and Corey Hollis just had a tour of the Carolinas several weeks ago.
On tour, Rampage Pro Wrestling, you never know where you'll see these top stars. They are the best that are out there right now, and we're proud to bring them here under the NWA banner for Rampage Pro Wrestling. And it's now Chip Day pulling the man up, trying to control the man with the chancery.
I'll tell you though, conspicuous by his absence, and I hadn't even thought about it, but normally even if he was sent to the back, as he frequently was by the referee. Normally when we saw the Jimmy Rave approved team, we would see Jimmy Rave, but lately Jimmy Rave has not been the Jimmy Rave we knew. Over time, obviously, clearly things had changed in him and his personality. We've seen that, but lately there seems to be a sort of a anxiety, something manic going on, something, I don't know, something just not normal.
I think he needs a straight jacket. I think that would help him a lot.
Quite possibly, but it seems to be all tied to what he perceives as a betrayal by Sal Renaro, Ben.
And they go way back, as we say. These two guys started out together. We're in a lot of promotions together in Ring of Honor. You talked about the TNA days and on the road together. And coming in here, I guess it was a natural thing for Jimmy to bring him in with his little camp. And when that didn't work out, boy, Jimmy Rave is just really upset. So he cannot accept it.
Well, Sal Renaro clearly wasn't prepared to be perceived by anybody as a second fiddle, where he was deferring to anyone. He may have joined a group that was approved, but Sal Renaro on his own has been a major player for years in Rampage Pro Wrestling, and as you noted, has done many of the same things Jimmy Rave has done all over the world.
Shoots him into the corner now, charges in, and look
smart
at that.
move there by J-Rod. Gets Hawkins out of the way, but now back in the corner. Hawkins has to make that tag on his own, Ben.
Good thinking by J-Rod to save his partner. And now it's Hawkins who has to somehow get to that corner.
Hollis smartly grabs a hold, and look at, not only grabs it, hooks that leg. Make sure he holds him again. Smart tag team wrestling. May well be able to prove that these are the greatest multi-person team, because certainly they're out here proving it with their wrestling. I recently received some notification from Georgia Wrestling History that voting is ongoing right now for the Georgia Wrestling History Annual Awards, and we know that Rampage Pro Wrestling has been honored repeatedly in those awards over the year. Last year, Promotion of the Year, of course, Technical Wrestler of the Year, Kyle Matthews. Many awards won by Rampage Pro Wrestling fans, and soon the awards for 2011 are going to be announced.
Exciting about that. Right, Corey Hollis with the back kick, covers him, lateral press, and it's Hawkins somehow being able to get up, but he has had a lot of wear and tear on him right now. Picks him up.
Look at that. There's a torture rack reminiscent of Lex Luger. This may be a smaller man, but no less impressive physically for his size. But right there, what a tremendous counter by Adrian Hawkins. This is his opportunity, Ben. This is his opportunity to make the tag. This is one of the rare times Hollis is far enough away that Adrian Hawkins, if he doesn't know, he's making the mistake of turning toward him instead of away from him. Hawkins not quite sure where he is, but Corey Hollis also not grabbing a hold of him. That was a mistake, because there's the tag.
And in comes a house of fire. Ace Rockwell clothesline it for clothesline.
Bentley from behind. Smart move there. Again, great double teaming by this Rave approved team. But Hawkins caught right there, thrown out, but Bentley moving off, and now out goes Ace Rockwell. J-Rod is in, match is breaking down. I have no idea who's even the legal man at this point. Do you?
Running clotheslines. I think J-Rod's the legal man, but I'm not sure who the other man is. And a kick there.
J-Rod just laying into all of these guys single-handedly. Impressive. And now tag to Drew Adler, and he has all three.
Right now, Corey shoots him into Adler. Adler goes down. Spin kick.
Wow, caught every bit of that, and now Hollis is up. Thrown off, though, by Adler. Adler, the legal man. Hollis, I think, maybe also. No. Flips through. Double clothesline.
And another clothesline.
Adler running wild here all over the Rave-approved team. Bentley goes down. Posey manages to cut him off, but only for so long. Throws him into the ropes. Adler comes off. Big knee to the face of Posey, and now foot to the face, and now Adler's going for the pin. This could be it. There's one.
Right here.
There's the kick out.
Drew Adler almost had it all wrapped up here, but right now finding himself in the ring with 4 men.
Oh, and now the multi-teaming these guys are known for. Double sledge right there, and now a big kick to the face. And Adler is all but out as he goes down. Posey with the cover. There's one. There's two. Rockwell breaks it up. No, Adrian Hawkins.
And Hawkins now in there being cut off by Chip Day, tossed out to the floor.
Bye-bye for Hawkins, but J-Rod back in the ring at this point. But he's back out again, and now double knees to the back of Drew Adler. Rockwell tries to come in. He's forced out, and again, it's 4-on-1.
Great gut wrench there by Corey Hollis. Now all the men now getting in position. They're going to put the coup de grace now, looks like,
It's the overkill. There's a flying headbutt right there.
Hawkins is up there trying to stop it. And
knocked
Corey
off by
Hollis.
Hollis. Double knees right there. Double stomp right off.
Ace Rockwell now trying to stop.
Rockwell's trying to stop him.
Patrick Bentley.
Cut off also. Swanton right there.
Showing great teamwork
and
here.
The leg drop by Posey. This is all for Drew Adler. What a tremendous performance, though, in this match by Adler. Can't take anything away from him, but there's no possible way he's going to come back from this. But big mistake here. Nobody's going for the pin.
Wait, Adler's there. Small package. 1, 2, 3. He got him. Small package from nowhere. Drew Adler pinned Mike Posey. They were not ready for that one. Drew Adler came in it to win it, and he did it. The team of Drew Adler, Adrian, Hawkins, J-Rod, and Ace Rockwell have won this 8-man tag team. Does that mean they've lost the multi-tag team several-pointed medal?
I know Dustin Robinson is coming out because they're berating him. I think they're telling them that Drew Adler may not have been the legal man. I don't know exactly what they're telling him, but this is not... Dustin Robinson's not going to be taken. Wait a minute, now Jimmy Rave has just come in, Ben.
We wonder where Jimmy Rave was. Now coming behind the referee, he attacked the referee. Now wait just a minute. Wait, he's got scissors. He tried this last. He just cut his hair, his ponytail. He's cutting the hair of. He's been warned. Bill Behrens, he's been warned by Doc Gayton, warned by Thunderbolt Patterson.
Well, and I know that Thunderbolt Patterson is here in attendance, and I'm sure he's back somewhere watching on a monitor. This is not going well. Wait a minute. Now they've
He's pointing
Jimmy
alley.
Rave wants them to go after this alley.
Hey,
Here's Thunderbolt Patterson.
all of you fellas better back up. You heard what I said. Now. Hey, you need to come on down here and let's talk like a man. You need to corral these boys because the buck stops here. The buck. Now I want you to understand something. I don't know where you came from. I don't know who taught you to do what you're doing. But I want to let you know something. There are going to be some changes here. Come on up. Come on down. Come on. You had to be sandwiched, you didn't come on down. Doc Gayton said that you got to go. Now, no. You can bite your teeth. You can do whatever you think you big enough to do, my boy. But Dr. Gayton says you got to leave here. You got to leave here. And your boys, your little bad boys, ain't gonna do nothing but run their shoes over. The buck, I say the buck, stops right here. You're through, do you hear me? Now hey, take your hands off me, boy. Take your hands, hey man, you ain't got 5 minutes. You got to leave here. Doc Gayton said that you got to go.